let's do this last part now. Get test data from Excel sheet and use in test case. Let's understand first of all, working with Excel sheet, okay, or XLSX, which is the latest format of Excel sheet, is not Selenium. Okay, it's not Selenium code. It's purely programming, right? With the help of a library. So it's let's say if you're using Java, it's a purely Java code. It's not related to Selenium, first of all. It's simply Java code. Even if you are not working with the automation, you want to work with the Excel sheet, you can simply write your code. There is nowhere it's related to Selenium part. Correct? But the situation is you get the data and then use it as a test data in your test case, right? So, for example, let's take one Excel sheet. Let's take an example of this Excel sheet. Let's put some data also here. Let's say test case number. Okay, first column is test case number. And then let's say from here, your test data is starting. Fine. So I am taking it like user email, password, just two things here. And test case number is test 001. Some email test@test.com. Password is some ABCD. Okay. And then test 002 and some user ID and password again. So gh@ts.com. Some other password, right? Some random thing here. Fine. That's it. So fine. Let's highlight this. I can put it inside a border. And yeah, so this is our test data. When you save it, it is saved in a particular format. So this is saved in, let's see the properties. The format is .xlsx. Okay, .xlsx. Fine. Now let's understand a bit about Excel sheet first. Excel sheet or or worksheet generally we say workbook. These are two-dimensional array, some kind of two-dimensional array because it has rows and it has columns. Right? So the basic code is first open identify the Excel sheet, then identify which sheet number it is because there may be sheet number two also, right? Here you may have different set of test cases. So for example, here is this, right? In sheet two, I may have positive data. Like this is the negative data, and now I may have correct user ID and password also. So let's take it test number three, test number four, and some, you know, I'm writing it, let's say, um, email@test.com and some password. Okay. Don't worry about the data part as of now. Our purpose is to read this properly first and then use it in the test case. Correct. So what I was saying is every sheet is basically two-dimensional array. Correct. So it works with rows and column. Okay. So so in Java, there is no straightforward way to read the Excel sheet. You have to use third-party libraries. So there are different libraries, JXL, there is Apache POI, which generally people use. So we will also use Apache POI for this. Okay. So let's understand how to use Apache POI in our framework. So same framework. This is our automation March Maven project we have created. Here in the POM file, you just have to add, uh, you know, the dependencies. That's it. As of now, we have added only Selenium part. You should add testng also. How to get those dependencies? So there is a website, uh, mvnrepository.com. And here let's search for testng first. So let's add this first. Latest version is 7.10.1. And maybe like this. Just copy this, go to your POM file and just save this. So testng dependency will come in Maven dependencies folder here. See here, there is a Maven dependencies folder. If I open it now, you will be able to see testng libraries are added. Fine. Now, in the same way, we have to add Apache POI libraries. So first, let's read some of the blogs. So this is a good example. This particular blog from Collie Coder is good. They have explained about reading the Excel sheet, how you can do it. Don't just copy paste and work on it. Understand first what they are saying, right? Read the full blog. I am doing it in a fast way, but whenever you will read it, just read it properly what they are saying. Fine. Okay. So they are saying there are two kind of dependencies you have to add. One is simple Apache POI one, and one is POI OOXML. These two you have to add. Great. So we'll do the same thing one by one. Same thing here in the Maven mbnrepository.com. Simply search POI. Okay. And org.apache POI common. No, 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 no. We want, basically, if you read the blog, okay, org Apache POI, yeah, probably this one. Let's do this. We'll use all latest. If I click here, this is, yes, so Apache POI 5.2.5. Okay, let's copy this and we will add it in our form file under the dependencies tag. Done. One more you should add is OOXML. So don't copy paste, use the latest one. But for the search purpose, you can copy this and search it here. Okay, so yeah, first one. So this is also 5.2.5. There is some vulnerabilities, it's saying. There is some means there is some problem, but it's fine. If we will see some kind of error, we will remove this. But as of now, it's fine. Let's see. You can format your file also. Do Control A, Control Shift F. So this will format your POI file or any programming file. Done. This will add the dependencies. Now you can use the code to work with the Excel sheet. Now let's write the code. So here we are writing Java code. It's not related to Selenium as of now. So let's write read Excel demo. Okay, it's not related to Java. Sorry, Selenium. I am again saying it's simple Java code which we are writing. We'll find out how to put it into the Selenium. Okay. Fine. So I want to read this one by one. How to do that? So for that, what they have suggested is going back to the blog. Okay, once you add this, um, so we have taken an example, that's fine. So there are some terminologies to understand first. Workbook means the spreadsheet, means the file. Sheet means from that file itself, there may be multiple sheets. So this is sheet one, sheet two. It may have its own name also, right? Then rows. So every sheet has different rows. See here, these are the rows. Then cell. Cell means not the column. Cell means this. This is cell. This is also cell. So if I say about this ABCD, this one, let me highlight this. If I talk about this cell, this is in second row and third column. This is in second row and third column. Okay, got it? But this row and column works with the index. So index wise, if I say it's in zeroth index, this is first index. So it's in the first index for the row. Column wise, zeroth column, first column, second column. So this is index wise. It's like 1, comma 2. Okay. If you have worked on a two-dimensional array, you will understand what I'm saying. Okay. Now, how to read that? Let's go. So these are the terminologies. Another thing is, if your format is normal XLS, then you will be using horrible spreadsheet format. Okay. So the name is horrible spreadsheet format. Don't worry about it. The older version of Microsoft Office Excel sheets are generally .xls, but new version is generally .xlsx. Okay. So it's up to you. Based on the file you'll be working, you have to use either HSSF or XSSF. Okay, we'll see this. Now let's understand how Apache POI works. In Apache POI, there is a workbook interface available. Inside that, there are, not inside, there are two different classes then. One is HSSF workbook, which uses the workbook interface to open the older version of Excel sheet, which is .xlsx. XSSF workbooks, another class, which again uses the workbook interface, implements the workbook interface, and works with the latest Excel version, which is .xlsx. Inside, now there is a sheet interface. Again, same thing. This to work with the sheet, this to work with the rows, this is to work with the different cell. Okay. Again, repeating, cell is not column. Cell is about a single cell. This is also. So every row will have number of cells. So for example, this row has 3 cells, which has data. There are multiple other cells also, but data wise, cell 1, cell 2, cell 3. Row 2 also has 3 cells. Okay. Now, how to write the code to read it? So as I said, simple code is you should first tell where is your Excel sheet. So you have to give the path, where is your Excel sheet. Okay. So that is simple. Let's write the code. You have to tell where is your Excel sheet. So if you don't want to give this kind of big name, you can simply say file path. That's it. Where is our Excel sheet? You have to put where is your Excel sheet present. So either you can give the full path or the relative path. If I give the full path, my Excel sheet is present here. So I'm giving the full path here. Uh, Something like this. And the file name is basically, my file name is testdata.xls hyphen my test data. So let's see the file name properly and put it. So this is my file path. Uh, it's up to you whether you want to keep static final or not. Uh, it's up to you. So you can simply say string also as of now. Fine. Now this is my file path. Okay. This is as of now, it's just a string. You will be using it as a file now. Okay. Let's go back to code. Then you're saying that, hey, uh, from the workbook factory, okay, let me check whether we are reading it or not. What we are doing first. Hold on. Are we reading or writing? That I want to check first, then we will see. So, hold on, hold on. Mhm. Yeah, we are reading it as of now. Fine, fine. So, what we will do, if it is not there, it will creating a workbook from an Excel sheet. No, no, we don't want to use the create function. Okay, hold on. I don't think we should use the create function. I'm checking some other code. You just have to provide as file input stream. So this will be the better code. Let me copy this. I'll explain what it is then. Let me copy all this through once. So here we will say, hey, provide this file path into the file input stream. This thing. You have to put try and catch block also. Hold on. Because when you open the file, there may be problem related to input output. So as of now, you provide this in the file input stream, then open it as a workbook. So you have to import this from the Apache POI. That's it. And then from that also, you want to get the sheet at zero. Sheet at zero means this one. Sheet one is sheet at zero. This is sheet at one. Okay. So based on the index, we will get it. So XSF sheet is under XSF user model. Now it is showing me some error. It's saying that, hey, unhandled exception, right? So it's showing me because there may be a problem related to um, input output. Maybe the file is itself is not present, corrupted, or not able to read. There may be some problem can come. So let's put throw a declaration. Otherwise, you can do um, try catch block also. That will be also fine. It's up to you what you want to do. Fine. So it's done. But it will not do anything. It is just have created one object and we got that sheet. But then what we want to do with that sheet? So that code is very simple because every sheet has number of rows and you want to read the rows in the column or the cell, correct? But before that, let's play around with that. So as I said, you can get the particular row, you can get the particular cell. So let's play around that, right? So the basic code is this. I can anytime say, hey, I want to get um, row number two, cell number two. So you have to import this row and cell also from the user model. Okay, uh, from this. And let's print it. Let's print. You cannot print the row, you can print the cell. Okay, let's understand. You cannot say that I want to print the row. You have to print cell by cell. Every row has different cell. Okay. The row is here object. You cannot say printing the row. So let's print system.out.println. Okay. I want to print cell. In fact, I should convert it to string or I should check basically what is the type of the cell it is, whether it is date type, string type, that code we will write. But as of now, I'm running this. Let's run this code and let's see what happens. This is a pure Java code, nothing related to Selenium. Okay. So when we write this, let's see the console output. Yeah, it's printing, see here. It's printing this random thing. This one. Let's change it. I'm making it Nitesh Jain. Save. And let's run this code again. Okay. Okay, let's run this. See here, it's printing Nitesh Jain. Fine, it's printing. So that means it is able to print. But what we have done, we have got the row number 2. This is row 0. Let's understand. This is row 0. This is not row 1. This is row 0, row 1, row 2. It works with the syntax. So we got the row 0, row 1, row 2, and then cell 2. So this is row 2. Now cell 2 is, this is cell 0, this is cell 1, this is cell 2. That's why it has picked Nitesh, and now I'm printing it. So if you know the index, you can print all the rows and all the cells, correct? So it's better to use iterators. So I'm not going into the Java concept of using iterators with some kind of collections. I hope you know that already or read about the iterators. So there will be row iterators, there will be cell iterators, but there is another simple way. There is another simple way that I will show you. And that simplest way is using for loop. I have seen somewhere that somebody has done it in the so this is iterator way. So if you want to read the whole blog about this, I'm putting it into the chat window already. And but simplest way is this. So yeah, this one. This will read all the uh, all the cell in all the rows. Okay, so going to the code, let's comment out this as of now, and we'll put this. The code is very simple. What we are saying here is um, from the each from the sheet, get the row one by one. So it will read all the rows from the sheet, then one by one, a for loop to get the cell from every row. It's like this. Okay. And then this data formatter, I'm checking from where it has taken. Uh, hold on. So data formatter is object which you have to create, which will basically check. It will format. It will format your cell values. Hold on. I'll use it from the Apache POI only. So what will do, it will format your cell value as a string, whether it is date or Boolean or anything. We want to take it as a string as of now. We don't want to check what is the type of cell. There is a way to check actually. When you write the cell, basically if you say cell dot, it will give you type also. Okay. So there is a function to get cell type. See here, to get cell type. It will tell you whether it is a date, Boolean and all, or number. But I am not going to do that. What I'm saying is, hey, format it as a string. So format cell value will give you the return type as a string, putting it as a cell value, and we are just printing it. So this particular code will print all the values one by one. See here, I'm running it now. So if you see here, this test case number, the first row, user email, password, test case number, data is printing same as what we have here. So this is a very simplest way of reading the Excel sheet, but it's up to you, like how you use it. So basically, you want to pass particulars, you know, test case number. Based on that, you want to read the data. That is possible. You want to do it that way. So you have to write your own utility functions. You have to use your programming knowledge to write the utility functions, to read particular rows, to read particular columns. It's up to you how you want to manage.